You can feel the energy, you can feel the electrics, you can feel the presence of Providence Academy tonight here from Andover High School. Joe Rulin, along with Tim Anderson, and boy, there is some true swag on the court happening tonight.
It's going to be a fun one. Anoka High School, by the way, Joe. But that's all good. You know, it is going to be a fun night tonight. I really look forward to this game. I've been looking forward to it for a while because obviously Providence Academy does have the reputation, the 3 state titles in 2A. They've got a lot going for them. And, of course, they've got one of the all-time leading scorers in the state of Minnesota in Madden Frecking tonight, and or Madden Greenway tonight, and I can't wait to watch her play. It's going to be a lot of fun. This Anoka team, though, really loves these challenges, and they've embraced it this year. Talked to Coach Nick Novak a little bit before the game today, and one thing he likes is that, hey, we're taking on Crosby Ironton where they have an elite scorer. We're taking on all of these tough teams that are going to be in the state tournament, and we're hanging tough. We're getting better. It's a different team, this Anoka Tornado team. They don't have the three-point shooters. They're going to have to be physical on the inside tonight with Maddie Frecking and Deborah Ienni, but if they do that and they can limit the turnovers and take care of the basketball, they're going to be all right. This could be a fun one to watch tonight.
Providence Academy averaging almost 84 points a game. Like to push the tempo. We're looking probably here at Anoka maybe trying to slow it down and prevent that driving down the lane.
Oh, man, if this game gets in the 80s, it's trouble, right? Anoka's going to have to keep this thing in the 50s at best, right? They've been playing most of their games where they've been successful. They've been successful playing 55, 54, stuff like that. So a lot of slow possessions, a lot of what we used to call stink ball, Big Ten basketball back in the day. Really take the air out of it if you can. Feed the low block. Try to eat up shot clock as much as you possibly can. If Anoka gets out of that rhythm tonight and this game gets up in the 60s, 70s, it's going to be really tough for them. And I look for Providence to pull away big if that happens. But if it stays low and things stay tight, then it could get interesting.
High caliber basketball tonight coming your way from Anoka High School. Just moments away, Joe Rulin, Tim Anderson, and the tip for tonight's matchup on QCTV in seconds. We're ready tonight. It's the Providence Academy Lions who have won the 3 straight consecutive Class 2A state championships, averaging 82 points a game, 11-0, and they are in the tornado shelter tonight. Tim,
you know, 11-0. They're another team that likes to get out and play some tougher competition. They don't mind stepping up and playing in 4A and 3A. So tonight's going to be a good one for them. And again, the one thing that Anoka does bring to the table that will challenge them is physicality. There is some size for this Tornado team, and I definitely think it's going to be something Providence will have to contend with. Whenever you step up out of 2A and you go play a 4A team, it's not that you can't do it skill for skill, because you can absolutely do that. It's sometimes that size, that depth. And Anoka's going to be able to throw a lot of physical players at them. As you can see, the lineups being introduced with Beckett Greenway, one of the 2 Greenways in this starting lineup for this Providence team.
Yep, and Beckett, just an 8th grader, averaging 11 points a game, and you see here being introduced as well at this point is Emma Millerburn. Millerburn is a sophomore, averaging 10 points a game. Each one of the starters for the Lions average points in double figures, Tim, and that includes Madden Greenway at 29 points per game this season. She has 324 points. You just saw the introduction there. As you see more of the players of McKenna Schaefer averaging 11 points a game. Hope Counts, a senior, at 10 rebounds a game and averaging 12 points a game. I think the one thing I took away from Coach Getz before the game was we usually have a lot of energy and we have the game plan. This year we have the experience to go along with the pure fast pace of our squad this year.
No question about that. And then that's, again, whenever you have a team that can score 85, 86 points, that's really hard to deal with because it requires the opposition to have all kinds of depth and speed and to play at a tempo they don't want to play at. And it's like I said in the opening, Anoka does not want to play that kind of game. They don't have those kinds of players to shoot threes and score up in the 80s. They want to keep this game a physical, old school, 1980s kind of game, right, where it's feed the low block, let the low block power, Deborah Ayeni, Lizzie Schoknecht, Maddie Frecking, deal with that interior post play and slow this thing down as much as you possibly can. By the way, really loud in this pregame for the Anoka Tornadoes as you get a look at one of the senior veterans, Lizzie Schoknecht, as she got introduced.
Gotta love the atmosphere here, the Tornado shelter here tonight. And the final introduction goes to one of the key players. I was so impressed with their play last year in the section finals versus Andover. It's Madeline Frecking averaging 18 points a game, 12 boards. And I'll tell you, you got Iani as well, who was introduced, averaging 13 points a game. I call them the dynamic duel because they have both average rebounds in double figures, 10 for Iani. Meanwhile, the rest of the lineup is Andrew Peterson. She'll pick up the rest, and you'll look along the way also with Schoknecht as one of those starters as well.
The big key out of those lineup, out of the starters, though, is going to be the guard Laurel Kuyan, number 5. She's going to need to take care of the basketball. Her play at the point as she matches up with Beckett Greenway, I think, is going to be the matchup to keep an eye on. Maddie Frecking's going to score. She's talented. Deborah Ayeni's going to score. Madden Greenway's going to score. It's going to be those extra players, those other players who are going to step forward. Is Laurel Kuyan going to be able to give them 10 to 12 points tonight?
And there
we'll
you got to look
out.
at the head coach, Nick Novak, for the Anoka girls. The tip picked up. Greenway takes the shot, and that's 3. Shreds the thread right out of the gate.
That's Madden to Beckett, and Beckett makes the first 3, and immediately you see him slap on a little full court pressure.
Assist goes to Madden Greenway as Lions right now picking up on a man-to-man down low. Stripped here, trying to get more out of it. Now a save goes right back now into the possession. For Anoka and Schoknecht there. Trying to drive the lane. A kick out back beyond 3. They don't like the look. Send it down low. Try to get it a high-low pass and stripped, brought up court, and the foul is drawn there on the Anoka Tornadoes.
Well, what did we talk about at the beginning? You got to take care of the basketball, and what do you get? 2 turnovers right away. Pretty much 2 near turnovers, right? Ayeni had it, dribbled it off her foot. They were lucky to keep that one in. Then Drew Peterson on the bad pass on the pick and roll turns it over right there. Can't do that against a team like Providence. Beautiful backdoor cut.
Backdoor right underneath in the lane. In and out, unable to convert. Greenway there, and meanwhile a quick strip. Greenway tries to get possession. It's off of Anoka, and possession now goes. And the ball to the Lions here. Early 2-0 lead. And again, we mentioned in pregame they came in with a market of 11-0, 22 consecutive wins, averaging 82 points a game. Drive to the lane. Now a kick out from the corner. Good ball, quick rotation. Trying to drive the lane. Stops, pops off the backboard.
Wow.
Good.
Beautiful little left hand from Maddie Frecking. You can tell that that's not her, Madden Greenway, you can tell that's not her dominant hand, but she took it left hand, threw it off the window, and kind of a line drive. It was beautiful. Tornadoes are playing out of rhythm right now.
Greenway sisters both in the books. Pass, good setup, and converting. No, front of the rim, no good rebound. Collected, deflects to Beckett. Back again, Beckett. Greenway looks for 3. Yes! She shreds the threads again on her second. 2 for 2.
Yeah, you need an immediate timeout. Nick Novak calls it. It's 8-0. You've had 4 turnovers already. Again, out of rhythm offensively with the basketball, and that's because that press is creating some challenges, right? The guards are having a tough time matching up against that press. And again, when they get it across the timeline, they're rushing, they're panicking, and that's why you get dribbles off the foot. That's why you get balls going out of bounds. Got to take your time, run your stuff. And I think a great example of that, Joe, was on that first play down here. Ayeni's catching the ball face up from the three-point line. I want her catching it with her back to the basket, letting her power against McKenna Schaefer and try to take her to the basket that way. Going one-on-one, that's not her game. There's a look at Connor Getz.
Connor Getz, as I mentioned, team. I asked him what's different about this year's team other than the 22 in a row and looking for their 4th consecutive Class 2A state championship. He said, we always have fast teams, but this year they're fast and experienced and poised, and I can say one word, diamond, and they know what they're going to break out and execute on. Long shot. Hits the bracketing up on top of the backboard, so still the Tornadoes trying to get themselves on track, but the speed in which the Lions play at, it's tough to slow the brain down and get composed when they're playing at this tempo.
No question about that, and especially when you get hit in the mouth a little bit, down 8-0 early, it only causes more of that stress.
Man-to-man match up top. This three no good long, but Beckett Greenway with the offensive rebound. Feeds it inside. A good look. Blocked. Turned away that time by Frecking. Conversion now. Here's a chance. Trying to convert off of the block. A look for three. Shocknet likes it, but it's hard off the back.
I like that Lizzie's looking for a shot, though. She's going to need to be one of those scorers for the Tornadoes who steps up and makes shots. I'm glad she took that one. Didn't make it, but it was a good look.
Money from the perimeter tonight. Connecting that time was Hope Counts. 11-0 lead early here for the Providence Academy squad. Inside and one. Yes. A +1 opportunity. Good work. Good persistence that time. And Ianni that time picks up the first two of the game.
Yeah, you got to wipe the glass clean there on the offensive end. That's what Deborah Ianni can do. And I like that she went hard. She didn't pump fake. She just went straight up, drew the contact, and was able to make it a three-point play. Huge basket for Anoka because now they can set up on defense.
She's averaging 10 rebounds a game. 13 points is Ianni, almost a turnover. And they'll get a stoppage here and ring up who that foul was called on. It'll be just a second team foul for Anoka here. 15 minutes exactly remaining.
Yeah, it's on Laurel Kuyan. Now they'll step up and play again a little more man-to-man. Try to be physical here with this really solid guard play of Providence. There's Frecking. Or take the back, Greenway. I'm going to get this wrong all night.
Greenway finds a small slither of light and slices and dices their way for two.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, Beckett Greenway's got 2 threes and 6 points. You got 4 points for Madden Greenway. Mix a 3 in from Hope Counts, and there you go.
13-3 lead early here for the Lions, and points off of turnovers already have equated to 7 points off turnovers here for the Lions in the opening minutes.
They go Tessa Liram off the bench there as they try to find maybe a little more speed. They sit Lizzie Shoknecht here for the Tornadoes. So it's a little bit of a smaller lineup here for Anoka. We'll see how they match up.
Hope Counts inbounding the ball, 113 rebounds this season.
Oh,
a crossover dribble, looks for three, yes!
Oh, jeez.
Greenway continues to light it up.
That was Tim Hardaway-esque right there. A killer crossover leads to an open 3, and it was just off the charts fantastic from Madden Greenway.
On the turnover, Beckett to Madden, and she converts, takes 2 to the bank, and converts another 2 on the turnover.
Turnovers that lead to points. It's pretty simple for the Providence Lions, and you're seeing it. Great start by them.
They're trying to speed up Frecking as she brings it up. Very athletic, and a shortstop on this little softball team is Frecking. Baseline dribble.
Yeah, you can't throw that pass. Not enough spacing, no room on the back door. Too difficult of a pass to make. Ianni's just got to put that on the floor and drive.
Way to get back and pick up the loose ball by Frecking. There was some good ball movement and rotation by the Lions, but unable to close. Looking inside now and trying to find an open teammate. A quick drive
They're going to call a foul on the floor here, maybe on Madden Greenway, and Greenway doesn't believe it. Nope, they're going to say out of bounds. I thought they were going to give a little body foul there on Madden Greenway, but they didn't.
Laram with that attempt to try to move it down to baseline and denied. Turnover, and now back again. A chance for Providence Academy. 3-ball, corner pocket, short. That initial shot, unable to scrap for that rebound. A shot taken by Schaefer.
An immediate trap, too, but they get it across. Good job by the Tornadoes.
And if you're not moving fast, that's the mission for the Lions here, is to get you to move fast. And faster than probably what you're used to, out of that comfort.
There, I like that. Low block.
Good poise, and a good pass out to the corner, unable to convert the Tornadoes. Greenway tries to convert, draws the foul, and that's going to put her at the free throw line, the first trip there tonight for Providence Academy.
Yeah, Madden Greenway plays just at another gear. Like she's got another gear that she can shift into, and she just is able to blow by. Look at this extra little step here, and all of a sudden she's gone.
It's just one of those hesitation, try to freeze you type of step, as Madden Greenway heading to Kentucky. At least that was her commit earlier this year.
And she's got 10 points early. Missed that free throw. Not what the Tornadoes needed, right? We talked about how they got to stay in the 40s, 50s, and here we are 6 minutes into the game. They're already giving up 19.
Koyan here tries to save it, and she catches it, and she's out of bounds as it comes back at her. So 19-3, an early lead here for the Providence Academy squad.
Tornadoes look a little rattled here. Laurel Kuyan, that one got saved. I think, it was going to be out of bounds off Providence, but Laurel touched it. And I just think that, the Tornadoes just feel a little out of sorts right now. Providence getting what they want on the offensive and defensive end.
A great crowd tonight here at the Anoka High School gym, and a look for a three from the perimeter, and that's good. Counts.
That is beautiful basketball on the swing. You just rotate it around and shazam. Wide open 3-ball. Easy stuff there for Hope. Counts.
Her second three of the night. Iani tries to post up, takes it low. A fadeaway, good shot, may have been partially blocked by Counts, who leads the team in block shots. Settling it up, zigzagging, drive in the lane, and a +1 opportunity on the drive by Millerburn. Millerburn averaging 10 a game and just poised, not out of control. A fast team, but not out of control.
And quickly back to the bench, Peterson and Shoknek. They're going to sit down Ayeni and Kuyan. And they are, 24-3. We like to say it's getting late early, and it's already kind of that for the Tornadoes. They're going to need to just run their stuff, try to ignore the scoreboard for a couple of minutes, and just try to play basketball and not be too rattled by what's happening.
The N1 converted by the Lions. Now being pressured, bringing the ball up here is Holmgrensen. Almost a turnover. Frecking takes it deep into the lane, then tangled up and goes to the right side. Good follow, good close, goes to the bank for two.
Maddie Frecking with a big one right there. Now she knows with Ayeni on the bench, it's going to be her show. She's got to get shots, and she's got to be aggressive.
Working it back in. Now trying to key it up. That's Shannon Healy, number 11, in for Providence Academy. She has the ball, drives it baseline, kicks it to the corner. This is a three, and this is pure. A pure three by Beckett Greenway. Her third trifecta already here in the first half.
Yeah, she's got 9 points on 3 threes, and they are putting on a shooting clinic here in the first 7 minutes.
Another 3-ball. A look, hard, too strong off the rim. Here comes Madden Greenway. Pulls up between the legs, finds the gap, now close, goes to the scoop, but she'll draw the foul, go back to the line. And that's really part of what Coach Getz had talked about. This particular Providence Academy team is they play fast, but they play with some poise.
They do.
I mean, they're not experienced. They're not out of control, but they're experienced.
Nothing about that looked rushed from Greenway that time. Just a little crossover, and just she's got the Tornadoes defenders on skates. Just every time she puts the ball on the floor, she can go left, she can go right, she crosses over. It's a real challenge to stay in front of her. And it's one of those things where she's got that other gear, as we mentioned, so she's fast, and if she gets even with you, she's leaving.
5'11" sophomore Alexa Nikolai Now in for Academy along here with number 12 and Stella.
I don't love
Siri.
that pass.
Turnover again, trying to lead, and there's a rare turnover.
Yeah, you can't throw it where there's no space. This is one of the problems that I think teams get into trouble with out here, is that, okay, there's no space here, so I just don't understand why we would throw a deep ball into traffic like that, where there's 3 people surrounding Maddie Frecking. Like, we can't force her a ball on a lob. That doesn't make sense.
Full court pressure continues. Man to man, and they'll also run a 2-2-1 now. Down low, drive, converted.
Nice take by Peterson. Drew Peterson comes up big for them. They needed that. It's a big basket.
Peterson cashed in on that. Round the perimeter here. Beckett, Greenway. Nikolai, little spin cycle, kicks it to the corner. Drops it back. And now for another 3.
Wow.
4 for 4 from beyond the perimeter early on here for Beckett Greenway. And that has opened up a 32-7 lead early in this first half.
This 8th grader's got in the gym range. I mean, just wherever she tees it up. And her form is just fantastic. It's picture perfect. And she's knocked down 4 threes to start.
Good poise, good focus by Yanni that time. And she picks up 2.
Yeah, good job by Deborah Yanni to stay with that one. Big basket for the Tornadoes. They need a couple of stops and a couple of scores.
A long 3 off the front of the rim, controlled, and a kick back out.
Yeah, they let that offensive rebound happen. Can't let that happen, Joe. They've got to try to get these possessions limited. Oh, my.
In the zone. ITZ, she is hitting nothing but from the trifecta zone. Yeah. 5 for 5 early on here in this matchup.
Yeah, the Greenways are controlling things. They got 15 and 11, 26 of the team's 35 points. What a fantastic start by them. Good drive.
And an even better block that time put up Shannon Healy with the block of 5'10" junior.
And I'll tell you what, they are riding with this young 8th grader Beckett Greenway and Madden Greenway. And they're riding the hot hand. You see Madden deferring off and saying, all right, young sister, shoot the 3s. We got it.
Off the inbound rate. Athletic move by Frecking, takes it on the one-timer midair and converts. She has 4 here in the first half. Nikolai gets a look, squares up. Very little motion wasted there, catch and release, and that's good.
That's where you get into trouble, is when the people off the bench like Nikolai can come in and get open looks. And when you have all that attention focused on Beckett and Madden Greenway, you're going to get open shots, so you better knock them down, and she did right there. Perfect.
Perimeter shot fake, takes it inside. Nikolai, there's a couple of blocks by Hope Counts. Pulls back, now far side. This will look at a 3, and in and out. Oh, unable to convert. Good rebound controlled here by Anoka, but out of control. And that's right up the alley of how Providence Academy likes to get you running. This for a 3, and boy, they better sit her.
That was a heat check. She shot that one from now then, hoping that would go in.
5 for 6, but a rebound by Count. Unable to convert that into points. 7.5 to play here in the first half. 37-11 lead for the Lions.
And I know you're chasing 26 points, but you cannot rush offensively. You have got to take your time and run your stuff.
A hard 3, gets the back bounce now inside, trying to finish up inside. Frecking stripped. That's the 4th block in the first half by Hope Counts. Converting this, trying to get the points, and losing the grip on it was Nikolai, but a great pass, a great initial block by Hope Counts.
And what you see with Hope Counts is that she does not lean forward with her arms, right? It's straight up. Her body positioning is perfect. And that's why she doesn't get called for fouls, because she's not like throwing that hand down over the shoulder of the defender. It's just straight up, and she's just meeting the ball at the point of attack. And I think when she does that, the refs are like, yeah, it's a clean block. They're never going to call her for a foul doing it that way.
Timeout here taken, and the 7:17 to go, and we've had a chance to kind of take a look at some of the standings also. We've talked about this Providence Academy team, and we said the #1 ranked team in the state. We'll talk about that in a minute, but here's a look at the Northwest Suburban Conference. Anoka at 5-5, followed by Centennial at 7-3, Andover at 5-4. I think these are the overall records, not necessarily in conference play.
Anoka's 4-0 in conference play. And you can see, like, these teams in conference, I think, are going to do just fine. It's when they step out of conference, things could get kind of interesting. And Anoka's, they've been taking on some tough teams out of conference to start the season, and that's why you're 4-0 in conference and 1-5 on the rest of it.
That it is. And in fact, it was Anoka who had a tough loss to Lakeville North in their last outing. Meanwhile, in the Independent Metro Athletic Conference, you get a look. Minnehaha Academy, Breck, of course, Providence Academy at 11-0, Blake and St. Paul Academy. Full court press as they come out of the timeout here is a look here, trying to break. Good strategy, but just a pass where it's just that timing. Do I stay where I'm at, or are you going to try to bounce past me open?
Yeah, and that's where you kind of just got to be in sync with your guard. Laurel's got to know what Deborah's going to do in that position and try to see if they can get synced up on that. And that's oftentimes just playing together and knowing each other.
Some half-court pressure now by Anoka, left all alone for the three.
Can't do that. Yeah.
6 of 7 here in the first half.
I mean, if she's wide open, that's a problem.
18 points here in the first half, all coming from beyond the perimeter. Anoka trying to pick up a pace and throws it to an open area.
Yeah, Laurel right now is just she's seeing things that aren't there because they have sped her up. Like, that's the issue. And if she can slow it down just a little bit, she'll be all right. But right now, she's playing just too fast.
Half-court pressure by Anoka, trying to slow down Providence, but they convert and go to the bank. Some quick passing, working it around, and rewarded for that effort that time. Number 21, Schaefer.
This is about as impressive a basketball team as I've seen in a couple of years. Like, this is really something. It's a really great showing here from Providence early on.
Last week, in fact, it was Providence Academy who defeated Hopkins and Eastview. A couple of 4A teams. Hopkins at that time was the #1 ranked team in the state. It's a low block and a block. Now trying to convert, looks in the pocket and unable to complete, but drawing the foul. And going to the line is McKenna Schaefer. And Tim, there you see it. They're not panicking. That first option wasn't there. Kept the dribble alive and found Schaefer down low that time by Miller.
And that's great court spacing, is what you're seeing from the Lions. Like, players are collapsing in when they can, but they're in lanes, they're in alleys, they're not bunched together. And because of that, you're able to extend the floor, move people out. And that's been just a really impressive part of the offense for this Providence team, as they're a bit of a well-oiled machine. Yeah, they have great shooters from the outside, but when you have great shooters and you have to respect them, it opens everything up for that dribble drive game and that handoff and backdoor cut game. It's really impressive stuff to watch.
1 of 2 for Schaefer. From that free throw line, she had 18 points in the last outing here for Providence Academy over Duluth Marshall. Working at it.
Got to have patience here if you're Anoka. You got 18 to shoot.
Cross court there. Good job. Good zip. Now driving the baseline and caught it out of bounds again. Just a reflex, right?
Yep.
The ball's coming at you, but you're playing at such a fast pace, you just kind of go reactionary.
And I think Drew right there trying to do a little too much on that drive to the basket. Trying to feed Ayeni for a perfect pass inside. It's like, just challenge the rim.
Beckett Greenway on a pass knocked out there. Beckett Greenway, an adequate start here in the first half. 6 of 7 from 3 and 18 points for the 8th grader. Step back, good look, good shot. Raining threes at a 3-party going on at the Tornado Shelter tonight.
That release is just mind-boggling how good that is. That is about as pure a jump shot as you're going to see. That thing had, that thing, you could see the spin on that basketball when it was released. You're like, yeah, that's in.
14 points for Maddie and 18 points for younger sister Beckett Greenway. 32 between them, and the 46-11 lead continues to stretch for the Lions. And I'll tell you, just everything about they do is fast and explosive. That includes the defense.
100%. And it's because they have that offensive success, they're able to set presses, set traps. And because they're doing that, they're speeding up the Tornadoes.
the baseline. Madden Greenway rolls off the front of the rim, and the rebound controlled by the Tornadoes. A turnover on the spin here, and now turned right back over to the Tornadoes. They'll take a look here and try to set things up. Just under 5 to play in the first half. Looking down to the post, double covered. Yanni.
You can see the way they extend the defense.
Forcing that inside. They're sitting, waiting for it. Good break and good going. Coast to coast that time. Hope counts with the steal. Just missed on the full conversion on the layup here. And back will come the Tornadoes. They try to find it. Little pick and roll. Shrekking inside. Has it stripped. And then finally put right back up again. Hard off the back of the rim. Everything is challenged. Every challenge, every pass. And this for 3. And this is pure by Greenway.
Jeez.
Oh, my.
Oh, man. I'm out of superlatives. It's as good as advertised.
But just in the rhythm, there's a foul that'll be whistled. But you see everything they do is predicated on their pace and their tempo. And even when they take a 3 for the Lions, it's in rhythm. They're stepping into the 3. And they're getting in the shooting pocket. Good passes, precise, and their shooting motion, Chris, as you mentioned, Tim, is just great motion, great technique.
See, off the inbound plays, that's a couple times Anoka's been able to make it work off a set piece, and that time they get Frecking an opportunity. You want to see her get more chances like that.
Good bucket by Frecking. She converts, rotating it around the perimeter, continuing to drive the left-handed layup just off the front of the rim. Looking to hit 50 here before the half. The Lions are at 49 right now with a lead of 49-13.
They got time to push 60 if they make a few threes. This is where you want to see Anoka run. They have not ran a full 30-second possession all night, and that's what they had to do to be successful.
Cross court. Greenway was looking for that. The 3 attempt off the mark and stepping out of bounds to try to save it there, but unable to do so was Holmgrenson.
Lizzie Shoknecht back into the game, senior. I think I've seen a Shoknecht here every year since I've been here. It's it's been great, but Lizzie's one of the last of the group, and she's a wonderful kid.
Greenway takes this 3, but the rebound picked up by her younger sister, Beckett, who gets the old board, and then her pass back in play was disrupted and turned over, and now it'll be Anoka with 3:02 to go in this first half, trailing 49-13, and you try to slow them down, you try to get their shots, your shots, but they just keep, that is the Lions, just keep speeding you up.
You just want to ignore the score here and run your stuff and get a basket right there.
Good conversion.
So you go back to what you do, Joe. Go high-low. You go high-low. Watch Shoknecht catch this on the high post. Immediate turnaround and then feed the low block for Deborah Ayeni. And that's what you want to do when you have tall players and big players like this, is run your stuff and give them a chance on a set play.
An excellent high-low combination, unable to convert the end one. Anoka, spin cycle move at the elbow, tries to fit it underneath the Beckett. Beckett turns, fires, says I can hit these mid-range jumpers as well. She's got 20 here in the first half with 2:30 to play.
She's
assist
like this,
goes to her sister.
If she's like this as an 8th grader, I'd hate to see what she's going to be like as a sophomore.
Trying to trap up top. Good job thus far, keeping that dribble alive and now drawing the foul. As that will be whistled there on number 21, Schaefer.
I like that Kuyan stayed together that time and was aggressive. Need to see a little more of that, I think, from her as the point guard. You want to be the leader, the poised player, and yet you want to know, like, when it's your time to go get a bucket.
It was Beckett Greenway who led the Lions in scoring against Duluth Marshall. In their last outing, she had 22, which was a season high, but I think she may be close to eclipsing that in the first half here against Anoka. She's got 20 already.
Yeah, it's Beckett's up 20-17 on Anoka, and or 20-16, and Madden Greenway is up 17-16 right now. So Those two have been impressive, but I really like a lot of the other athletic pieces that Providence has. I think Hope Counts inside is a real factor defensively, and they need a player like her to go up against some of these bigger 4A schools.
Counts for 3. She has 2 already. This one back off. A tie-up.
Oh, that's ugly.
And a quick throw down, but it was all of a case here as Frecking had it momentarily, coming over to rip that out of her hands.
Yeah, Schaefer got into a held ball there with Frecking, and that's just the way it goes. Hard landing by Frecking, but it looks like she's okay, as that'll wake her up a little bit. And Schaefer, no intent there, no ill intent. That was just a good physical play. Ended in a foul.
At the elbow. Looks for a high-low pass, down low again. They get it completed, but the shot is blocked. And now transition on the other way. Takes one extra Euro step. They will not give that to her.
That's Euro in Asia, in Australasia, South American
That's a whole European type of step.
A lot of steps in that one. But you see the high-low is working, right? You can run that high-low with some of those bigs. So either if it's Ayeni on the low block and Frecking on the low, they should continue to run that play.
A runner now, jumper from the side, misses everything. Now an opportunity as Greenway stops, pops from the free throw line, and good. 19 for Madden Greenway. I mentioned coming into the contest, she had 3,725 career points. That's to the corner, and second half we'll give you some updates on some of that scoring and who she trails and others throughout the state of Minnesota. I mean, you enjoy watching the progression of girls high school basketball. This is elite level, though, tonight here.
Yeah, it is. And again, you don't get to those kind of numbers by being a one-trick pony. Again, off the set piece, they give Frecking a chance. I love that. That's working for the Tornadoes. I like to see them continue to do that. That's great.
Nikolai balances and challenges there, but whistled for the foul.
But as I said, you don't get to be a 3,000-point scorer by being like just a three-point shooter or just a driver and a kicker, right? You need to be somebody who can do it all. Shoot free throws, shoot jumpers, shoot mid-range, shoot from the three-point line. And that's something you can see Greenway do.
Coach Connor
shoot
Gertz,
everywhere.
Yeah, Coach Connor Gertz, in his 8th season, said one area that we've really improved on this year has been our outside scoring. You think? Yeah, so far tonight, they have been shredding the threads from beyond the perimeter. If we get a whistle, stop of play. 1:04 to go, first half, and not sure what the call was, but they're back in play now. They've tried a variety of different defenses, has Anoka.
Yeah, they've tried everything.
And Greenway lights the lamp again. Pure gold. 56-18. And a turnover.
And they want more.
Fast. Good pass. Good speed. What control. What speed. What precision. But the ability to get control and put that shot up. And I'll tell you, it's been relentless. 22 for the sisters. 22 for each of the Greenways here in the first half.
And we're going to get a foul on the floor there on Greenway, as it looked like Ayeni was trying to take that up.
You know, the good news for Anoka is you will never see this speed again this year.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the interstate.
No, that's...
But then you may see it.
Well, you don't see 60 points get scored in a half. Not often. I don't care, boys basketball, girls basketball, it doesn't matter. 58 points in a half is incredible.
And you've seen some excellent three-point shooting that has just been outright filthy here in the first half.
Well, that's where they're deadly is. Like, it's not that they can go inside and get baskets, but when you can knock down 7, 8, 9 threes in a half, I mean, that's just, it's demoralizing for a defense, and it's just really hard to stop.
Looking for that last shot. Madden Greenway brings it across midcourt. 10 seconds remains. Crossover now kicks it to the corner to Beckett. And down below. Yeah. You can see the expectations that Madden Greenway has every time she passes that ball. Get ready to shoot. Get your hands ready.
Yeah, she wants that assist. She wants to distribute. And that's what I like about her is, again, well-rounded. She'll dish. She'll rebound. She'll play defense.
6 seconds. They try to inbound it back to her on the baseline. Hope counts. Shot here at midcourt. Was that a shot or was that a pass?
I don't know. If they give her 3 shots at the oh man, I don't love that. But I don't know if they got her. I think that looked like a clean block to me. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call that. I got to be honest with you. But, hey, take it any way you can get it if you're Anoka. Puts Lizzie Shoknick on the line.
Shoknick averaging 5 a game. Gets a look at 3 from the charity stripe now as we have just 1.5 seconds left here in the first half. A 58-20 lead. This season so far, it's been Beckett Greenway second on the team with 3-point made. And first on the team is guess who? Madden.
Yeah. Well, it's been impressive to watch. Missed all 3 free throws. That's tough for Lizzie Shoknick, and that's going to lead us to the half. And what a display!
We thought we'd catch it. The electric, the energy, all of it happening here in the first half. Brought to you by Providence Academy and the Lions, the #1 team in the state of Minnesota. Not disappointing. They're going to take a 58-20 lead to halftime over Anoka. Joe Rulin, Tim Anderson on this QCTV Sports presentation will return shortly.
Step into the heart of downtown Anoka for the annual tree lighting event. For decades, this event has marked the beginning of the holiday season in Anoka. Santa was there for family pictures. There was also horse-drawn carriage rides up and down 2nd Avenue, and plenty of food vendors to give out warm meals for everyone. And this isn't just a local affair, it's an open invitation to the entire metropolitan area, and this year was bigger than ever with an expected gathering of 10,000 to 15,000 people. This event is also about the season of giving, with Toys for Joys in attendance, ensuring that everyone has food and toys during this holiday season, as well as local students and food vendors contributing to other meaningful causes. And then at 6 p.m., they flip the switch for over 10,000 lights illuminating the tree, with fireworks in the air to kick off the holiday season in Anoka. Stay up to date with the City of Anoka on social media to learn when you can expect next year's tree lighting event at anokaminnesota.com.
Each store in downtown Anoka has their own unique niche to it.
Hi, I'm Gina Schupanitz, and we are at Favorite Things in downtown Anoka on Main Street. The business has been here for probably 10 or 12 years, and I just bought it 2 years ago. When I bought it 2 years ago, it was actually called the White Owl, and just this past spring or past February, I renamed the business to Favorite Things. So the business has been here a long time, and it's got a long standing in the community and just a lot of loyal customers to the store.
And those customers come back for a reason. The store is a treasure trove of delightful finds, from unique furniture to stylish women's apparel, sparkling jewelry to charming gifts. It has something for everyone.
I don't know if I could pick one favorite thing in the store. I really try to find things that people are going to like and that people will think are their favorite things. Now we have a lot of seasonal items in the store. We've got wind chimes and our rain chains, which are super popular. People love them for their outdoor garden areas and their patios. They make wonderful gift items. And then, during the seasons, we change out the decor too. So every season we have new items. So in the fall, you'll see a lot of fall decor. And then, of course, during the holidays, this store becomes just a mecca of Christmas items. So I would say if you haven't shopped here, make sure you come back and check it out each season because you definitely will see something new every time you come in.
Favorite Things is also participating in the Anoka Social District. so customers can enjoy their drinks, socialize with friends, and shop in the store.
The Anoka community is thriving. The Chamber of Commerce here and the Discover Anoka group do a fantastic job with helping to promote the downtown area and the small businesses. And almost every month of the year we have an event here in town which brings in a lot of customers and just brings in a lot of new people to the city, and it just helps the small businesses thrive. Yeah. I want people to come here and say, oh my God, I'm looking for this item and I want to give it to a friend of mine because it's an item that I love. So that's kind of what I try to specialize in.
So next time you're in Anoka, I definitely make a point to stop by and see what catches your eye at Favorite Things. Each store in downtown Anoka has their own unique niche to it.
Hi, I'm Gina Schupanitz, and we are at Favorite Things in downtown Anoka on Main Street. The business has been here for probably 10 or 12 years, and I just bought it 2 years ago. When I bought it 2 years ago, it was actually called the White Owl, and just this past spring or past February, I renamed the business to Favorite Things. So the business has been here a long time, and it's got a long standing in the community and just a lot of loyal customers to the store.
And those customers come back for a reason. The store is a treasure trove of delightful finds, from unique furniture to stylish women's apparel, sparkling jewelry to charming gifts. It has something for everyone.
I don't know if I could pick one favorite thing in the store. I really try to find things that people are going to like and that people will think are their favorite things. Right now we have a lot of seasonal items in the store. We've got wind chimes and our rain chains, which are super popular. People love them for their outdoor garden areas and their patios. They make wonderful gift items. And then, during the seasons we change out the decor too. So every season we have new items. So in the fall, you'll see a lot of fall decor. And then, of course, during the holidays, this store becomes just a mecca of Christmas items. So I would say if you haven't shopped here, make sure you come back and check it out each season because you definitely will see something.
Welcome back to, well, after tonight, we may have Highway 10 named after the Greenway girls. And they have 22 points each at half. We could look at some of the highlights.
Well, let's not get carried away, but you're right. It was a super impressive first half for the Greenway sisters. Beckett Greenway, the young 8th grader, just came alive from downtown. Inside, Deborah Ianni tried to get the Tornadoes going, but it was a bit of a struggle throughout much of the half. That's the thing I was really impressed about with Providence was their ability to score from all over the floor, from three-point land, from two. You got to look at Madden Greenway working with the dribble. But then watch that ball rotation there to the outside. Get a wide open three there from Hope Counts. The unselfishness was really the key. The Tornadoes had some success with high-low, had some success with inbound plays as they were able to get Frecking going with that little one there. But at 58-20, you got to find some mojo somewhere. And this half is all about running your stuff and being as successful as you can be on the offensive end and see if you can't just try to have some pockets of really good play.
You use it a lot. We talk about speed, electric energy, but explosive is another. But here's a steal out of the gate. Frecking takes this to the bank, unable to convert there for the rebound.
Oh, man.
They get another look, unable to close it up. As they come out from the locker room, get the steal, get 3 shots, a couple deep inside, and finally, Frecking will go to the line. That's some persistence. That's a way to respond coming out of half.
Yeah.
Trailing 58-20.
Crash the boards, give yourself chances, get maybe a look at a free throw. Had a wide open bunny there that you want to see Laurel put away on that one, but you still stay with it. I like the fact that they kept fighting and they got more chances on the inside, now finally at the line.
Well, you have that opening. There it is in the shot. You just feel like you got to do everything else out of that comfort zone much faster, quicker, and then you take some shortcuts and you don't get the full extension. But Frecking gets the first and the second as she now has 9, tied for the team lead. Or excuse me, she has the team lead now at 10 for Anoka. Down low, stretching, moving inside, cannot convert. A collision. They did not call the foul, but you could see Anoka trying a variety of different defenses. This is something a little bit different, but they attacked it down on the baseline. Did Providence Academy, could not convert.
Yeah, they got a big one there. Now they got a chance to come score here on the offensive end. Good little high screen and roll.
Step back now, moved it back up towards the wing. A pass inside, stripped, stolen, and Hope Counts has it here. Converted. You got to get those small wins right out of the gate if you're going to have a chance here. Anoka has answered with a 4-0 run here as we start the second half.
Nice give and go from Ianni and Frecking, giving Frecking a chance to get to 12 points. Her and Ianni have combined for 21 of the team's 24 points.
Greenway runner, nope, she kicks it to the corner, 3-ball, corner, good! Pure again on that 3, converted by Miller-Burned.
Miller-Burned was kind of quiet in that first half, but that time she had the wide open look, able to knock that one down. And again, somebody's going to be left open if you double team on the Greenways. You got to be aggressive where you can.
And you can see Providence Academy, in order to kind of speed teams up, they trap, right? They want to get them out of their comfort zone. Hey, they had a 4-0 run, but we got to pick up the tempo, and that's exactly what they've done here early on. But Frecking has it inside. She's fouled, and that will be the second foul whistled on Schaefer.
That's
McKenna
good
Schaefer.
positioning by Maddie Frecking. Notice how she spaces herself out. She puts her back into that defender and really pushes her away, creates some leverage, and creates some room for herself. She has very good footwork on the low block.
I said it earlier, I had not seen a performance like we saw in the section championship last year from Frecking. That was an outstanding, tough loss for Anoka over and over, but she was unbelievable. Serapinga was also hitting something.
Yeah, and I thought Frecking kind of struggled with that a little last year at times. At times she was brilliant like she always was, but at times I thought she was maybe a little too passive. It was nice to see at the end of the year her kind of find herself, and this year she's been that aggressive go-to player that they've needed her to be.
Beckett misses just her second three-point attempt of the game. I have her right now 6 of 8 from 3. Here's a look for a 3, picking it up and putting it down from a trifecta. Anoka picks it up and cashes in.
They need Drew Peterson to be that third option, I think. You know, they can't depend on Frecking and Ianni to do 85% of the scoring. Somebody's got to come get 10 points a game, and I think they think Peterson can be that person.
Peterson leads the team now with 12 3-point makes on the season. A fake. Now Frecking pulls up, takes the shot. Rebound, cashed in, goes to the bank. Ianni, that time again, with a nice follow-up. Offensive board, we mentioned she and Frecking both averaging double-doubles in both points and rebounds coming into this game.
And now they're starting to step forward. You can see Frecking and Ianni starting to grab more possessions on the low block. And again, they're doing what I was kind of hoping they would do at the beginning of the game, and that's just get them in the low block where they're posting with their back to the basket, where they can establish leverage and positioning. And with that comes openings, right? The people can cut, people can get rebound opportunities. There's chances there when you do that.
And you know what? She's so focused on those closes, and she's done a great job with that all night.
It's 23 points on the night for Madden Greenway as she continues to put on her show. But a good start to the second half by Anoka, coming out and executing on the offensive end. They're getting chances and giving Ianni and Greenway an opportunity to do some things.
Alexa Nikolai back in, a sophomore at 5'11", back in here for Providence Academy. And I believe that was Coach Getz who called that timeout for the Lions. And I'll tell you, I mean, we talk about the pace of the play, but it's almost like you're being chased by lions when you're out there on the court. and take a look here at the damage and how effective it's been with the Greenway show here in the first half.
And they can get it done. Obviously, Beckett's got the outside shot, but then you have that drive and kick thing. But do you notice even that little move right there where Madden blocks out and lets Beckett have the open shot? They're able to do the little fundamental things that allow for open looks. There you see a little drive, little dish on the back door, turnaround jumper there from Beckett. Just a very interesting way to play. And this is what we talk about with chemistry, right? When I mentioned that earlier in the first half with Kuyan and Ianni, the more you play together, the more you just sort of get what the other person's doing. You can tell that these two are obviously sisters and they've played a lot of basketball in the front, in the driveway and things like that. And they just know where each other's going to be at all times.
Madden Greenway, not only the team in scoring with 29 a game, she leads the team in steals and now trying to stack some points and possessions are the Tornadoes.
Great footwork from Deborah Ianni on the low block, and she is going to be tough to deal with if she knocks that down. Great job by Nikolai coming back the other way.
Nikolai reciprocates. She picks up her 4th point of the game. 65-32 lead right now for the Lions. Madden Greenway locked up there defensively, but the loose change comes flowing out. Beautiful 3, raining it from the trifecta. Peterson, again, her 2nd of the game.
Yeah, if Drew Peterson can become that 3rd scorer, Anoka all of a sudden becomes a much different team to guard.
Missing on the 3-point attempt. Now bringing it up, trying to get things going here for the Tornadoes. As the Tornadoes, again, trying to just get a pass inside. And I'll tell you, they partner so well to the Lions defensively. Hope Counts comes over. Hope Counts, I can't tell you how many blocks she already has tonight.
Yeah, she's a big part of the defensive because when you bring that trap and it's the big, tall Hope Counts, it's tough for Laurel Kuyan to find a passing lane.
Across the way, and Greenway was sitting, waiting for that. Wants to do a step back. She does, and hits the front of the rim. The rebound collected by the Lions. Now trying to scissors through and unable to convert on that offensive rebound was Millerburn. Millerburn, good effort. Near side, another 3 attempt. Hard off the board and muscling her way in, and cashing in is Fracking.
Yeah, already 17 points this half for the Tornadoes. They had 20 all first half. Fracking has 15 points with Ienni's 13 points.
Now they've had kind of a chance to get settled and kind of start to play that Anoka brand of ball. Step back by Greenway, hard off the back.
Oh, can't pick up that dribble, but luckily Kuyan was there for the Tornadoes.
Kuyan also, you see, just getting more and more poised. This is an Anoka team that stacked 3 wins in a row. Handoff inside, unable to close. A lot of traffic there, including counts.
Yeah, Coach Novak wanted a foul there, didn't get it. But I like the play call again. And where does it all start? It starts with posting Deborah Ienni with her back to the basket. I like that kind of basketball. I want to see them continue to do that.
Good, strong move, unable to convert. Back the other way, too far. Now pass here, and counts that time.
Yeah, dare I say both teams playing a little fast right now, maybe a little too fast. Kuyan made a nice first move there and got that to the basket, but just a little too quick to get that up off the board, a little hard off that backboard. Led to the missed shot, but again, Tornadoes have played a lot better offensively, and it's because the spacing's better. They're moving a lot more. It's good stuff.
Millerbrand is off, and she takes the towel for a bit. Back out now, a chance to hit the wing. Dribbles to the top of the key, looks into the corner. Open momentarily, there was Fracking, but the defense closed that up. See a variety of different defenses by the Lions here finally. Not caring what the defense was. I'm taking this to the hoop and going to cash it to the bank, but drawing the foul.
That's where Deborah Ienni, to me, has really improved as a basketball player the last couple of years. When she was so raw when she was a freshman, sophomore. But what you're seeing now is the ability to put the ball on the floor, dribble, drive. She sets screens. She moves her feet a lot better than she did before. There's just so much her game has improved on. And again, her footwork's better. I still think she's got to continue to improve in that area, but her footwork is so much better, and she can play with her back to the basket. She's kind of become an all-purpose player for this Tornadoes team.
Got to look at head coach of the Lions, and Connor Getz grew up in Chaska, Minnesota, in his 8th year here with the Lions. 3-point proficiency has cooled off a bit here for this Lions squad, and that's where you kind of see, hey, maybe we use the defense, is what Coach Getz will say, to kind of get that momentum back.
Or get some balls, get to the basket a little bit. Try to do some drive and kick, get yourself some easy looks. Three-pointers will heat back up.
Oh, scrambled here and back on the turnover.
Want to see Drew just maybe call a timeout right there. Have Coach Novak maybe to help her out. When she dives on the floor, there's no passing angle for her to go anywhere with that, and that's going to be a turnover. But you can preserve the possession, call the quick 30-second timeout, and see if you can reset yourself offensively.
Ready to cut there and hesitated a bit, back to the wing, rotating around. Greenway, front of the rim on the jumper. She'll get it back on the change. This from Trifecta Pure.
Oh, and that's going to, and Drew's hurt too. I hope she's okay. She might have fell, and that's on the knee or ankle. Oh, man. Hang in there, kiddo. Oh,
Tough
man, she's hurting. Coach, athletic trainer Heidi Beckendorf over there to check on her too after that last 3 from Madden Greenway.
And you can't give her, that is Madden Greenway,
that might
2
be a step on a
shots.
shoe. That could be a step on a foot, kind of a sprained ankle. Been there, done that. I don't want to look at it. I won't. I'll let somebody else look at that.
It's the first. You can see how she elevates Greenway on each of those jump shots. And
immediately off to the locker room there is Peterson. So it's Lerum who is going to stay on the floor. Peterson's off to the locker room. Holgrimson's going to get back on the floor.
Madden Greenway now with 27 here in the second. Turnover. That's Greenway sisters bracket and cash in, go to the bank for 2:29 now for Madden Greenway. after the assist from her sister Beckett.
Kuyan trying to go head stride for stride there, and she's going to get swatted.
She was on a mission. Kicking it back now, look, just inside three. No good, rebound. Ayani, a shot swatted away, and that's again.
I like
She's
what
letting you
Ayani's
know,
thinking
hope
about
counts.
doing. Yeah, I like what she's thinking about doing, trying to get it back to Kuyan on the dish. But Hope Counts has got that timed out beautifully.
She does those little things so well. And last game, 11 points, 12 rebounds, 6 steals, and 5 blocks. And she's beyond 6 blocks here tonight.
Deborah tried to pass by while still up in the air. Want to see Deborah just come down with the basketball right there. Take a dribble if you have to. There's no need to rush that pass. And again, Deborah's the scorer. She's the alpha, the big physical player. Let her do stuff.
Nikolai left all alone. A beautiful dime by Beckett Greenway to find her underneath. And now a 72-39 lead for the Lions inside, trying to draw the charge. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's a charge. And I know Maddie Frecking doesn't like it, but that's just frustration. It's a frustration play by the Tornadoes because, again, it's Frecking 1-on-5 trying to take everybody on. And while I want our scorers for the Tornadoes to be alphas and be wanting those shots, we still got to do it while you're under control.
Just a second team foul on Anoka here in the second half with 10 minutes remaining. Crossover, kick out to the corner. A look, and it's off the front of the rim. Greenway climbing over the top of the Tornado player there, trying to scrap for the rebound. I mentioned it'll be mounted. Here you get another look.
Yeah, they got Stella Siri for the wide open 3 ball, but not able to knock that one down. And then a good battle for it, Frecking in Greenway. And then quick throw-in opportunity here. And again, full court pressure. They pick up full court pressure, up 33 points.
Looking again from the corner, driving baseline. Going to try to dish it to a teammate, but drawing the foul instead before the shot was taken.
Tessa Liram is in amongst the trees right there as she ran up with Hope Counts and also Nikolai right there. And Nikolai, I think, might get called for the body.
It's just a different type of speed with this team that you'll see anywhere else. It's great watching. You can see the different gears that this Providence Academy team has throughout the game, but most of it very much controlled, but very much of a poised speed, and the experience tends to show up. Nikolai will head to the bench, and coming in will be Shannon Healy.
So Nikolai gives them some nice minutes. Really like her game off the bench too. Boy, does she give them some different stuff. She can shoot a little bit, rebound, play defense. Just a perfect little 6-7 man off the bench. Love that.
To the wing, to Maddie. Beckett Greenway with that shot. 0 for the second half from Trifecta World. Moving up. Being watched closely.
Cheating her, asking her to go left, daring her to go left.
Baseline, a tie-up, Frecking. In that tie-up that time.
Yeah, Siri and Frecking that time collide. Did you see the way Beckett Greenway kind of cheated out? Kind of said right here, I want Laurel to go with the left hand. And so that's, when Laurel sees that, Laurel's got to be willing to put the ball on the floor with the left hand and just go. And say, all right, if you're going to concede that to me, I'm going to draw the defense and expect a dish.
Tornadoes certainly playing a better second half brand of ball as Frecking's three-point attempt is in and out. Greenway, loose ball, scrambles, goes off the foot of Greenway. And even just that little thing, she has the expectation to be able to dribble and get out of it. You can tell she's frustrated with herself, even though it's a 72-40 lead, but that's kind of that level of expectation. That's why she's heading and committed to the University of Kentucky as a junior.
Which, is great if you like Kentucky.
High-low combination converting
That's been working, and I love Lizzie Shoknek at the high post because I think she's a great passer. I think this is something that they could use a lot with her on the floor, is really running that high-low with her and Frecking or her and Ieni.
Nice move, but the rebound comes down inside to Greenway. She muscles her way up, cannot convert. The 5'7" junior went up and over the top of the 6'1" Tornado defender. Turnover.
That's an ankle,
Kicks
maybe,
it up.
too.
Trying to control, converts, scoops, scores, and goes the distance.
Yeah. Laurel's got an injury. Laurel looked like as she made a step, either kind of sprained the ankle or stepped on the foot or somebody, but she came off hobbling, and she's going to go check out with athletic trainer Heidi Beckendorf right now. One thing that's cool is Peterson looks like she's back on the floor, so they may have retaped that ankle and gotten her back out, so she's playing.
We'll get back to that need to know in a minute, but I'm surprised there haven't been more ankle injuries with Madden Greenway and her crossover here tonight.
Well, and the fact that they're playing on the most slippery floor in the local metro area of basketball.
Another turnover. Greenway stops at the free throw line, pops and hits pure net. She's opened it up to 33 here already in the second half for the night. A 76-42 lead for the Lions. The Lions, as I mentioned, come in 11-0. Ranked as one of the top teams in the Star Tribune, the top #1 team. They knocked off Hopkins, Maple Grove, Eastview, and they're playing like the #1 team. Good pick there. Picked it up and another steal, averaging 6 steals a game. Greenway, now she drives and a beautiful dime, cashing it into the bank, and a deposit made for the point by Millerburn. And good eyes down the court.
Absolutely. Good court vision right there from Greenway, allowing her teammates to get involved as Siri does a nice job running the floor, so they pay that off. Timeout taken by Coach Nick Novak. And we talked about at the beginning of the game how difficult this test was going to be if it got up into the 70s, 80s. Proof is in the pudding right now.
Well, and then the other one that we want to talk is not only about with Greenway's and Greenway and her success in Providence Academy, but it's really, too, as a need to know for you, here's just the amount of scoring and the elevative play of girls high school basketball is unbelievable. Not on the court here tonight, but also you got Tori Orline. And she has on the season or her career 3,759 points. She's out of Crosby Ironton. You also have Addie Mack out of Minnehaha Academy. She passed the 4,000 point mark earlier this season, or just last weekend as well. And then, of course, coming into tonight, you had Greenway with 3,725 points. It's amazing. You also have a player who was the player of the year last year up in Old St. Margaret with some family and friends in this area. And that was Olsen, who's starting for Michigan. And there goes Greenway, just continuing her way. Now, stopless with the steal and the score. And
it's a hotbed of basketball up here. It has been for a long time, Joe. You always can find some great players up here. Obviously, Paige Beckers goes right back to that. It's a long line of great basketball players that play here in the state of Minnesota, and you're seeing a lot of them playing right now.
That it is, and another steal opportunity cashed in. This from the perimeter, in and stays in on that three. Rolls around. Madden Greenway now with 35.
And that was McKenna Schaefer who
and
knocked
McKenna
that
Schaefer
one down.
Knocks it down as she had 18 in her last outing. And you look at the high scores for these players, each one, they're all in double figures. 39, 22, 20. Greenway so quick to the ball, has a teammate, dishes it up and close. And that's the other thing. They can close when they're near that hoop. And that time you saw it done by Emma Millerburn.
Yeah, 85-42. So after a nice little push by the Tornadoes, things have slowed down a little bit here in the second half, and finding their second win here were the Providence Lions.
Another steal. Outlet, quick to the ball. They don't overrun. They're quick and they burst, explosive team looking for the baseline. Spin move. This from the perimeter on the wing, in and out. A shot attempt by Providence. We had mentioned also Olivia Olsen, who was out of Benilde St. Margaret, the player of the year last year for the state of Minnesota. She's starting as a freshman for a power Michigan team, averaging 15 points a game, and just looks like she belongs. You got Tessa Johnson out of St. Michael Albertville last year, who won the NCAA championship with South Carolina, converting. Another dime, another assist. It just keeps ringing it up as now beyond their average of 84 points a game, rather. Providence Academy has an 87-42 lead late here in the second half.
Yeah, they got away from this. They should have got a call right there for Deborah Ianni. They didn't. But they got away from throwing it to Ianni in the low block, and again, they got out of rhythm, and it's because Providence was able to speed them up. And when they do that, they're successful. They got to play their game from the minute the game started. They got to play up-tempo, fast. They got to throw their press on. And, of course, Coach Novak's not going to stop coaching. We talked about this at the beginning of the game, that they want to be battle-tested. This game, even though it looks rough, down 87-42, it's a good learning experience for this young Tornadoes team. They're going to want to go against and be battle-tested for these battles later in the season when they go against section opponents, when they get back to that section tournament. They want to say, you know what? We've been against the best in the state, and we can hang. We know what to do. As you take a look at their schedule coming up.
They do right now. And Anoka, by the way, had stacked 3 straight wins prior to this last weekend's tournament that they played in or showcase. So they can stack those wins and getting it going. But they have Rogers coming up. They're at Rogers on the 7th. Host Spring Lake Park on the 9th. Then they're at Andover. That'll be a great battle on the 13th. Totino Grace. They're at Totino on the 15th, followed by Robbinsdale Armstrong on January 21st. So,
and you think about what they've had to do differently, Joe. There was such a different team the last couple of years. Apenga had been a 3-year starter. Lackinen had been a 3-year starter. And so much of their game was around those guys and those players. Now it's like a completely different team, a completely different way to play basketball. And they've had to kind of reinvent themselves.
So you get a look, too, at the next game coming up for the Lions is against Minnehaha Academy. They are the number 3 ranked team in Class 2A. Again, they have the player of Addie Mack, who has over 4,000 points. She's going to be going to Maryland to play there. I mentioned Orline earlier. She has committed to the University of Minnesota, but she is just a junior, just like Madden Greenway. Both of them get another year of tangling for the all-time point-scoring championship for the state of Minnesota. And there's Count, who picks up her 4th foul of the game. And she has really made Ianni really earn every one of her points.
That's what I was saying. Like, yeah, she has 4 fouls, but what she has done is she's made Deborah Ianni work tonight. And, you know, and I think for the most part, Ianni's been up to the challenge on her end. She's played a nice game, 15 points tonight. She's got a bunch of rebounds. She's made her free throws. That time she missed one, but she's been pretty good at the line here tonight. So she's done a nice job, but you give Hope Counts a lot of credit, a very solid defensive player who's trying to cherry pick now on the offensive end. Just like that. Oh, she didn't finish.
Couldn't close. Tie up. And possession arrow pointing towards Providence Academy.
Yeah, Hope Counts just started sneaking back after that free throw. Was hoping to get a quick little layup, and she got the look, just didn't finish.
Inbounds the Counts. That time Beckett saw something coming at her, lost it on the turnover, unable to convert on the layup. Counts hustles all the way back. Ill-advised pass by Beckett, but it ends up on a teammate's possession and hands here. Underneath, kicked back out. 2:52 to go.
It's a comedy of errors here the last couple of minutes, and finally a foul. No travel first on Laurel Kuyan.
And when Beckett Greenway was getting ready to take the 3, by the way, she's been scoreless in the second half. She had 22 in the first half, but she saw
I think she saw
a tornado.
Ianni.
She saw a tornado coming after her. Inside now, Greenway looking. She kicks it to the corner. Now a give and go back. Greenway, everything she did to save it, and finally does, drops it to a teammate. Left all alone on the far wing. Beckett Greenway picks it up. Inside, good eyes, and converts, and a dime. A selfless play that time by Beckett Greenway. Moves that score now to 89-42.
And they'll sub these girls out, get them out of there. Nice night tonight. 2 minutes to go. You go to the bench. Oh, camera guy. Which one was it? Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, Mark. Man, that's tough. You got to get hazard pay for that. Let's make sure he gets $1 more an hour. Let's talk to somebody over there.
Madden Greenway, heads to the bench. 35 points on the night. We haven't tabulated the assists and the steals as well. So she at least has a double-double. Double figures now for Miliband and also for the teammates here in Schaefer. Nikolai working for a rebound, tries to get the 2-for-1 to put back up, cannot convert. Frecking is there to clean it up with 90 seconds left. And it appears Providence Academy will move to 12-0. And as I mentioned, their next battle comes against Minnehaha Academy. Nice little turn and spin opportunity. Frecking will go back to the charity stripe for 2 more. She's currently leading. She's team high for the Tornadoes with 17 points, averaging 18 on the season.
My overall analysis of Anoka, though, stays the same. They're getting what they get from Frecking and Ianni. They need that third scorer. They need that. If it's Drew Peterson, great. That's great. But they're going to want to see that third scorer show up and get 8 to 10 to 12 points. But then they also need some more complementary scoring underneath. They got to get Lizzie Shoknek more shots. They've got to get Laurel Kuyan to get a few more to drop so that they can take that burden off, because they have 44 points and 30 some out of it has come from 2 players.
Frecking ends up with 19 here thus far, under 30 to play.
34 out of 44 coming from Frecking and Ianni.
Beckett Greenway with a 3, cannot convert. Pass inside, denied. Some good team defense by the Tornadoes as running time occurs here with 8 seconds left. And an impressive show. What an explosive team. 3 attempt misses. That will take us to the end of the game. But everything they were advertised, this Providence Academy team, why they are ranked not only 1 in Class 2A, but above all the Class 4A schools as well. And they take home an 89-44 win tonight.
Yeah, sometimes a hype situation doesn't live up to the billing. Not tonight. The hype on Providence Academy was every bit what they were sold to me as. I hadn't had a chance to see them in person. And so everything that was told to me about what I was going to see tonight, I saw. And then some. It was a really impressive showing.
And you saw it probably in the first 3 minutes of the first half as well. It's a win for Providence Academy. They moved to 12-0 for Anoka. A tough loss, but the good news is they don't have Providence Academy on their schedule the rest of the year. And they moved to 5-6, but gear up for the rest of the season here. I'm Joe Rulin, along with Tim Anderson. Thanks for Andy producing in the truck and the whole team here with QCTV. An outstanding job here on this QCTV sports presentation on a Friday night. I'm Joe Rulin. Thanks for joining us. Have yourself a major league evening at a minor league price.